Okay, and I'm going to admit all, Kelly. Got it?
All right, welcome, faculty, staff, families, friends, loved ones, and of course, all of our graduates. So at this time, we will begin our program. My name is Louie Rodríguez. I'm the Interim Dean of the Graduate School of Education. And just so everyone knows, this meeting is mostly attended by GSOE community members. And in case you need an additional opportunity to view this program, you can watch this on YouTube Live, and there's a link in the chat. And if you are a graduate, you can share that with family members who wish to view this program. So first and foremost, we at UCR would like to respectfully acknowledge and recognize our responsibility to the original and current caretakers of this land, water, and air, the Cahuilla, Tongva, and Luiseño and Serrano peoples, and all their ancestors and descendants, past, present, and future. Today, this meeting place is home to many indigenous peoples from all over the world, including UCR faculty, students, and staff, and we are grateful to have this opportunity to live and work on these homelands. So at this time, I'd like to share some brief remarks with all of you. Welcome, GSOE class of 2021 graduates. As the Interim Dean of the Graduate School of Education, it's my privilege to be able to say congratulations on earning your degree. This year, GSOE is graduating students who have earned a bachelor's degree in education, teaching credential, a teaching credential and master's degree, or an MA, MEd, and PhD in education. No matter what your degree is in, you made it and you should be proud. And as we all know, the pandemic brought significant struggle and grief. We saw many of our communities devastated by the pandemic, and there was significant loss and challenges that disrupted our lives as individuals and the people we love. In addition, we also saw our country's continued struggle for social justice. And yet, even in these really challenging times, you persisted. Many of you studied late into the evening hours and worked on exams, projects, presentations, or final papers, capstone projects, theses, and dissertations. Many of you juggled significant responsibilities by going to school, working, taking care of or contributing to your families, and engaging with the community. You've proven that working, supporting family members, and going to school is possible, and in many ways provided and continues to provide purpose and intentionality in our educational pursuits. Yes, you persisted because of your hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. And you also persisted and succeeded, likely due to a support system that supported you along the way, not just this year, but throughout your educational journey. These systems are often made up of family, other loved ones, friends, mentors, teachers, and communities that inspire us along the way. As you look ahead, let's recognize that the future is bright and there are many reasons to be optimistic. This year, you are in the company of graduates who will go on to graduate school. Some of you will become educational leaders or classroom teachers at the elementary, middle, or high school levels. Some of you might focus on dual language, special education, STEM areas, or ethnic studies. Some of you will become leaders or staff members in nonprofit organizations. Some of you will become researchers, policymakers, and advocates in various areas of education. Some of you may become counselors, student affairs professionals, faculty members, and college and university leaders. No matter what you decide to do, we look forward to seeing you thrive in your career. As you move forward in your journey, please remember all of the sources of inspiration that pushed you to the finish line. Hard work, the importance of family, loved ones, and community, sacrifice, purpose, encouragement, and support. In fact, as you strive to make an impact in education, please extend these same sources of support and inspiration to that next generation of students, families, and communities as well. So as you join the community of GSOE alumni in the world, please remain connected and engaged with the UCR Graduate School of Education. In closing, please take this moment to celebrate your accomplishments. Once again, congratulations, GSOE class of 2021. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Bob Ream. Dr. Ream is our Interim Associate Dean of Undergraduate Programs and Associate Professor here in the GSOE. Dr. Ream.
Thank you, Dean Rodríguez. I'm honored to be here with you all. My wife, Patricia, made me promise to keep it short, so I'm going to try to do that. Congratulations, graduates. We're just thrilled for you. We're here to celebrate you, a truly historic class of graduates who have persevered despite extraordinary challenges to fulfill your goals and complete your degree in education at the University of California at Riverside. I initially thought I'd begin my brief comments with the catchphrase, "In these uncertain times," you know, thinking about climate change, the pandemics, threatened democracy. Maybe the phrase sounds highfalutin, in these uncertain times, but it got me thinking about how education can help us to deal with uncertainty in ways that are humanizing. 3 examples. First, amid social political unrest, education empowers us to turn toward rather than away from one another. Second, education emboldens us to ask good questions when confronting uncertainty and seeking truth that may be hidden from plain sight. And third, through education and the power of research, we are able to separate our observations from our preconceptions. Where many people see what they expect, education helps us to see what is. And so today we celebrate your education and degree completion and the many opportunities that lie ahead. We are all very proud of you. Of course, none of our accomplishments are completely of our own doing. I know that you join me in expressing heartfelt appreciation for family and friends and role models who have been at your side, virtually, cheering your every step toward this milestone. As Associate Dean, I also want to thank our dedicated faculty, graduate students, and staff for their trustworthy stewardship of our undergraduate programs. In particular, special thanks to Assistant Dean Sally Tavazon and to our fabulous advising and support teams, and I'm going to name you: Liliana Aguayo, Richard Rangel, Viviani Berenclaw, Sarah Juarez, Delaney Rude, and Samantha Jobelius Morrison. Each one of you are like pathfinders on our students' journey to success. Finally, a quick shout out to our graduating student ambassadors who have done so much to support our program. Thomas Cortez, Alessandro de la Cruz, Cindy de la Rosa, Hunter Rodríguez, Yvette Rodríguez, Marla Vasquez, and Diana Torres. We are very grateful for your service. And I'm delighted to introduce Diana as our next speaker. A double major in education and sociology, she recently accepted an offer to attend graduate school at UCLA. Diana?
Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Ream, and good afternoon, graduates, staff, faculty, friends, and family. Once again, welcome to the 2021 GSOE Commencement Ceremony. My name's Diana Torres. I'd like to begin by thanking the administration, faculty, and staff members that have made our success at UCR possible. GSOE will forever hold a special place in my heart because for the first time in my education, I felt I truly belonged and was supported. As a first-generation Latina college student, I came into UCR scared, nervous, and unsure of myself. Feelings of uncertainty and self-doubt clouded my mind, but I knew I needed to do everything I could to be successful. I can now proudly say that I am a college graduate with a Bachelor's of Arts in Education and Sociology. I am proud of my achievements during my undergraduate career, but I know how challenging it is navigating an institution you feel wasn't made for you. But I am thankful to UCR's Graduate School of Education for providing me with the support that I needed to step into my power as a future leader in education. The GSOE family is made up of the most dedicated, empathetic, and passionate individuals I have ever met. I know that everyone here has the potential to succeed in their future careers, and I truly believe that this graduating class will make education more inclusive and equitable for everyone. And remember that success is not measured by how much money you make or by the positions or titles you hold, but by the impact you make on the lives of others. Again, congratulations to the 2021 graduates. I wish everyone nothing but the best in this next chapter of our lives. And to all my fellow Latino graduates, sí se pudo, y seguiremos abriendo la puerta para otros. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Diana. Congratulations, and thank you, Dr. Ream. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Summer Seiki. She is the Assistant Dean and Director of our Teacher Education Program, and I'll hand it over to Dr. Seiki.
Thanks, Dr. Rodríguez. Thank you all. I'm listening to and with your words, and I appreciate you all. I just wanted to say thanks. I see a lot of TEP candidates. It's good to see you. I see supervisors. It's great to see you. Faculty, staff, academic advisors, and thank you all. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting our students throughout this year. On the very first day I met you, class of 2020, I called you the history making class. And it echoes to be true this entire year. It is what you are, who you are, and what you will do. And so today we are here to celebrate you, to celebrate your academic success. You persisted through it all, and it was a lot. And in these times of racial violence and pandemic unrest, schools opening and closing, we faced a lot together. And I've thought with Grace Lee Boggs many times. She was an Asian American activist, one who was organizing through the civil rights movement and Black Power movements of the 60s. And she persisted through it all. She worked collectively to build an unimagined future, one that she didn't see, but only dreamt of. So I share with you her words now, that finding the leaders of the future is a question of recognizing those people who give leadership in a crisis. And that was you this year. You, history makers, were the leaders through this crisis, alongside the children and the teachers within the K-12 classrooms in the schools. You did it. And we are proud and we are honored of all that you accomplished. So now the tables turn a bit, and you're entering a K-12 education system as teachers, as ones with incredible power, one with a unique status that you have not wielded before. And in your new role, please use your power wisely. Think carefully about what you will build. Think with Grace Lee Boggs. Think like Grace, maybe, about building collectively towards an action and building an unimagined future alongside children and families within the K-12 school system, within the Inland Empire, and build an unimagined future, one with more equity. So I just want to say thank you again and congratulations. What you've done, you will continue to do. You are the history making class, always will be. Congratulations. I'm going to now welcome one of our graduates, Masters of Education in Multiple Subject Credential, Belinda Cortez.
Thank you, Dr. Seiki. Hi, everyone. I'm Belinda, and I just want to start off by saying congratulations, class of 2021. We did it. I'm so proud and so honored to be celebrating these amazing accomplishments with you today. We worked so hard this year during an unprecedented, challenging year, through a pandemic and through virtual learning. We continued moving forward to reach our goals. And this would not have been possible without the support from our communities. So I want to acknowledge that and give thanks. Thank you. Gracias to all of our communities, our families, our teachers, our supervisors and mentors in the GSOE, and everyone that helped us along the way. Thank you for your continued support. Sorry. Thank you for encouraging us to continue moving forward when things got really heavy, for inspiring us by being you, and for helping us grow so that we could become the best educators we can for our students. We couldn't have done this without you. To my colleagues, as we look towards the future and begin our journey as educators, let's remember and hold on to our whys, the reasons why we chose to become educators. And let us strive to teach and lead with respect, compassion, and love for the communities and students that we will serve. Be a marigold and a champion for all students, and an advocate for equity and justice. Thank you to all of my UCR family, and congratulations again, class of 2021. Here we go.
Thank you, Belinda. You are a marigold. So we have one more speaker from teacher education, and she has been the fearless leader throughout the pandemic. She is earning her master's degree and a single subject credential. She is our very own Ashley Gallo.
Thank you, Dr. Seiki. Hello, family, friends, UCR faculty, and UCR graduates. So I spent some time thinking about what I should say today on a day where we should all be together in person with our family and friends. A day where we would gather together to commemorate the 3-hour Zoom lectures, the late night lesson planning, and the EdTPA crying sessions in our bedrooms. I could not begin this speech without recognizing the tradition that we all were expecting, graduation. While thinking about all of the hard work we dedicated to this program, I began to think about why I wanted to become a teacher in the first place. I knew I wanted to be a teacher when I saw the way my teacher supported my dreams as a young high school student, unsure of what the future would hold. I saw my mom, a single parent raising 3 kids alone, prioritize our needs over hers so that we could get the education that we needed. Because of the role models in my life, I knew that I wanted to support other students the same way that I was supported. My dream was to attend UCR's Graduate School of Education so that I can make those dreams a reality. Now, while this year was like no other, we all held on to the reason why we applied to this program. So class of 2021, we did not ask to pursue our dreams during a pandemic, but through this experience, we were all able to grow in ways we never thought possible. We defied all odds against us and cultivated the young minds set before us. We taught students who were navigating the same experience alongside us, and we searched for creative ways to connect with our students through a screen. We struggled to get them to unmute, and we talked to school pictures or black boxes. We made an unforgettable impact in the lives of our students to make sure they knew how much that we believed in them. We did not only support our students, but we also supported each other. This program became a family, and in the midst of one of the most uncertain times, we found solace in the friendships we created. We had late night lesson planning sessions through Zoom when we were dealing with the struggles of battling COVID or losing family members to it, when we were crying because the intense weight of filming and submitting the ever-long EdTPA exam. We had each other. And seeing the way we all supported each other gave me the strength to continue on while also encouraging me to be the light for others. This year was unlike any other, but I hope you realize that we persisted And in the end, we came out victorious. Nothing can take that away from us. As we close the end of this chapter, I hope you find comfort in knowing that in this next season of life, you are going to inspire the next generation by becoming the teacher you always dreamed you would be. Congratulations, class of 2021. We made it.
Great words. Thank you so much, Ashley, Belinda, and Dr. Seiki. I think the way you framed it, Dr. Seiki, of a history-making class is an excellent way to kind of capture this year's class. At this point, I'd like to introduce Dr. Eddie Comeaux, professor and graduate advisor in the Graduate School of Education. Dr. Comeaux.
Thank you, Dean Rodríguez. Good afternoon, everyone. So great to see you all. And a warm congrats to our 2021 graduates. You did it. Yes, Belinda, you did it. In spite of a difficult 2020, 2021 with the global health pandemic, along with an economic downturn and a range of ongoing racial and social justice issues. On behalf of the GSOE, UCR graduates, I'd like to thank you for your persistence, for your love, for your care, for your contributions to the knowledge pool, and for sharing your journey with us. We would love to see you in person. Unfortunately, we're here in a virtual session, and we're certainly proud of all of the work that you all have done. As graduate advisor, I want to leave you with some friendly advice. First of all, you're in the moment. Enjoy this moment. Take it all in. Take time for yourself and for your family. Also, figure out how you want to define success, whether it's through an equity and justice lens, whether it's ways in which you are empowering and influencing and tapping into your communities. Also, remember to reach back and lift up those behind you. In other words, find ways to be useful. You don't have to be perfect to be useful. And lastly, we love you. Continue to build on those successes. Continue to make the magic within those journeys. And I would just ask that you just drop by and tell us about some of the great work that you all are doing. We would love to hear from you, really. Keep us in mind as you continue to do that great, important work along the way. And I'll leave you with that. Now, let me introduce one of our stars, one of our other graduates, My-Linh Tran, who is a recent graduate. I know that because I serve as her advisor, and she just submitted her final capstone paper. She is a master's student in our higher education and administration program. My-Linh Tran, remarks?
Thank you, Dr. Comeaux. Class of 2021, congratulations. Against all odds, we made it here today together, despite many of us never meeting face to face. We survived a pandemic, we created social justice movements, we adapted to online learning, and we learned to document it on TikTok along the way. For most of us, attempting to balance school, life, and the pandemic was the most difficult journey anyone could ask of us. We brought the classroom into our homes, shared our pets, families, houseplants, and survived our fair share of Zoom technical difficulties. What we learned this year goes far beyond the academics of the classroom. Those before us could have never prepared us for the challenges we faced, and yet we never gave up. We learned to be compassionate, to be kind to one another, to appreciate the little things, and to adapt to change. The resilience of this class is unmatched. As we are celebrating here today, I want to acknowledge and thank those who have supported each and every one of us along the way. I would also like to express my gratitude to those, for whatever reasons there may be, who were unable to complete this journey with us and be here today. This includes fellow family, students, and friends. This moment is for you too, Dad. I hope you are looking down proud. This degree is not only for us, but also for those who helped get us here, and for those who we and education will serve in the future. You see, now it is your turn to go out there to shape the next generation of students, to create access and opportunity for education in our community, and to take leadership roles to give voice and create change for the underrepresented. You may not feel like you know everything or have all the tools for the next stage of life, but our learning does not end when we leave UCR. You will grow from new experiences, meet people who change us, and flourish far beyond our expectations. Take your time, go at your own pace. After all, you survived 2020 with all you had. Keep up the hope and determination that got you here today, and know that you are not alone in this journey. Your fellow Highlanders are here for you and are here for the cause. So carry the torch and let there be light. Congratulations, Highlanders. We did it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, My-Linh and Dr. Comeaux, for sharing those words. I'd like to thank all of the assistant associate deans and directors who shared their remarks today, and of course, our students. I'd like to acknowledge a few people before we end today's session. I'd like to thank all of our faculty, staff, supervisors, advisors, campus partners, and community members who are not only here today joining in this celebration, but who were there all year and helped our students get to that finish line. We are very proud. We are a proud community, and I am grateful to be surrounded by so many people who are dedicated to our student success. I also like to acknowledge a few people who made today possible. Julie Porter, she's our Director of Communications for the GSOE. Kelly Kraus-Lee, she's our Director of Development for the GSOE, and Samantha Jubilius Morrison, who works in the GSOE. All three of these people have done a tremendous job behind the scenes to orchestrate this event, and I am grateful for your service to the GSOE. So thank you all. At this time, we will be transitioning to our Kudos board view, where you'll be able to view our Kudos board, and many of you participated on that, which includes messages from our faculty, staff, friends, and loved ones. It's about 15 minutes long, and you could view it on your own with the link, which is in the chat, or you can just stay on and watch it now. It's up to you. This will conclude today's remarks, but I wanted to share one brief thing. When I graduated from college, one of my uncles gave me this compass, and I wanted to share this briefly with you. He gave it to me because as I was graduating from college, I was leaving home and going across the country. And he said, if you ever need a direction back home, use this compass to get back home. And I share that with you because while many of you will be going on to graduate school or moving back home to wherever you're from, or you might be from right here in the Inland Empire, I want you to always know that the GSOE has a place for you. You will always have a home in the GSOE. So remember to use the compass to come back home whenever you want. And like Dr. Comeaux said, we look forward to seeing and hearing about all of your accomplishments and contributions as educators for our communities and for our society. So with that, congratulations, class of 2021, and enjoy the video. Thank you.